Hey! The Cinematic Flashbacks welcomes you to the channel. Today I'm going to explain Avatar: The Way of Water. More than 10 years after the occasions of the main film, the film starts with Jake Sawyer portraying his unassuming and tranquil life as head of the Omaticaya group and raising a family with his significant other Neytiri, which incorporates his children Medium and Lo'ak and his girl Tuk, his embraced little girl Kiri, brought into the world from Elegance Augustine's senseless Nausicaa symbol, and a human kid named Bug, the child of Miles Quaritch, who was brought into the world on Pandora, however couldn't be shipped to Earth in cryostasis as a baby. While Jake can acknowledge Bug as an embraced child, Neytiri is doubtful of him given his human beginnings. Notwithstanding, every one of the kids blend and mingle well with one another, including Insect, whom Kiri is warm with despite the fact that he is a human. Insect doesn't embrace his human legacy and feels more lean to Nausicaa's culture and customs. They have a typical existence until one day they notice an odd star in the night sky. Unfortunately, they understand it's a RDA space transport with people getting back to Pandora to colonize it, raising another vitally working base once more, making critical obliteration Pandora. Among the fresh debuts in the boat is Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Nausicaa's body and with his recollections transferred from before his passing. Accordingly, Quaritch can't recall his death because of Jake, yet is simply ready to remember the occasions before and his wrathful mission to dispense with Jake. To keep the RDA from taking advantage of Pandora once more, Jake drives an essential guerrilla activity against the RDA supply lines, debilitating them. In one of the tasks, Lo'ak, who defies Medium and is anxious to show what him can do as a Nausicaa's hero, attempts to help Jake in fight, however is injured. Jake saves and teaches him to not jeopardize his own security by being careless. That evening, while at the same time watching out for his injuries, Neytiri tranquilly reminds Jake to be not excessively severe with Lo'ak, to which Jake communicates his anxiety as a dad for the well-being of his kids. In the meantime, the retaliatory strike on the RDA supply lines doesn't agree with Quaritch, who starts a hunt mission to kill Jake. During an energetic endeavor, Jake's kids alongside Insect investigate further into the rainforest. Unbeknownst to them, Quaritch and his group are in the area investigating the site where Quaritch finds his human remaining parts. An attentive Lo'ak sees their presence and rapidly illuminates Jake. An encounter follows and Quaritch's crew catches Jake's kids. Jake and Neytiri show up in time and free the majority of them, yet Bug is taken by Quaritch, who remembers him as his child. On board the boat, the RDA attempts to force data about Jake from Bug, whom denies. Evolving methodology, Quaritch tends to Bug as his child and furthermore to make sense of more about the Nausicaa's in return for his opportunity on his side. In spite of the fact that unagreeable and ignorant about Quaritch's real mission, Bug shows Quaritch Nausicaa's culture. Quaritch is additionally effectively ready to tame an Ikran flying animal as his vehicle. Realizing the risk, Bug's information on his whereabouts stances to their well-being and furthermore to stay away from another calamity, Jake persuades a hesitant Neytiri and his family to oust themselves from the Omaticaya tribe and retreat toward the eastern seaboard of Metkayina, a coral reef island whose group and way of life is adjusted to Pandora's seagoing territory. Jake gives his main mantle to his replacement and passes on altogether to Metkayina. Once showed up, they are welcomed by the tribe boss Tonawari and his better half Ronald, who is dubious of them at first. Nonetheless, Jake makes sense of their circumstance and they are consented to remain and given cover. Despite the fact that a few tribesmen ridicule Jake and his youngsters for their hereditary human legacy, the family learns the methods of the reef individuals, gaining the appreciation of them. Kiri is captivated with the oceanic existence of Metkayina and fosters a profound bond with the ocean and its animals, while Lo'ak gets to know Tsairia, the little girl of group boss Tonawari and his significant other Ronald. While adjusting to their new climate, Lo'ak gets into a battle with Tsairia's sibling Aonung when he pokes a rough fun at Kiri and him of their blended human genealogy. Jake scolds his child for his way of behaving. At Jake's demand, Loak gets back to apologize to Aonung and his companions. Notwithstanding, they tempt him to an outing into the region of a risky ocean hunter, the Akula, and leave him abandoned in retribution. The Akula attempts to go after Loak. Notwithstanding, Loak is saved by and becomes friends with Payakan, a Tulkun, a keen and pacifistic cetacean species whom the Metkayina think about their profound family. Loak can speak with Payakan through marking and eliminates an old spearhead from the monster's right balance. Upon his revisitation of Metkayina, boss Tanawari, who became mindful of Aonung's deceiving of Loak, requests that the previous apologize to Loak. Notwithstanding, Loak assumes the fault himself, winning Aonung's kinship. He is likewise informed that Payakan is a pariah among his species. In the interim, out traveling to a branch off of the Tree of Spirits, Kiri joins with it to meet her mom, however experiences a vicious seizure. She is mended by Ronald, yet when Jake calls Norm Spellman and Max Patel for help, Quaritch can follow them to the archipelago where the reef individuals reside. Carrying Insect with him, he secured a whaling vessel which is hunting Tulkuns to reap their cerebrum proteins for making hostile to maturing cures. Quaritch starts to fiercely scrutinize the native clans about Jake's area, bombing that. He arranges the whaling team to wantonly kill the Tulkuns to draw Jake out. Loak intellectually connects with Payakan and discovers that the Tulkun was projected out in light of the fact that he conflicted with the methods of his species and went after the whalers who killed his mom. At the point when the Metkayina learn of the Tulkun butchers, Loak takes off to caution Payakan, trailed by his kin, Cyria and Aonung. They find Payakan being pursued by the whalers, and Loak, Kiri, and Tuk are caught by Quaritch. With their kids at serious risk, Jake, Neytiri and the Metkayina set off on a mission to face the people. Quaritch powers Jake to give up, however seeing his spirit sibling endangered, Payakan assaults the whalers, setting off a battle which kills the majority of the team and basically harms the vessel, making it sink. Nedium salvages Loak and Insect, yet is lethally shot. Jake faces Quaritch, who involves Kiri as a prisoner. At the point when Neytiri does likewise with Insect, Quaritch at first denies his child, yet stops when Neytiri cuts Bug on the chest. Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri and Tuk end up caught inside the sinking vessel. Jake chokes Quaritch into obviousness and is safeguarded by Loak and Payakan, and Kiri brings ocean animals to help her save Neytiri and Tuk. Insect finds and saves Quaritch, however passes on him because of his mercilessness towards the Nausicaa and putting his objective to kill Jake's family over being his dad and turning into a decent man, driving him back to rejoin Jake's loved ones. After Nedium's burial service, Jake and his family choose to forever remain with the Metkayina. Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing.